Hi, this is the Democratic Alliance Labour Report. It's Sunday the 7th of November 2021. Thank you for tuning in. Please, if you're happy with this, please share it with friends, put it on your Facebook. Let's talk what we have to do now after the elections and how we're going forward. Well, the Democratic Alliance is very happy with the outcome of the elections. The elections have been hard. There's been some good campaigning. We were very lucky in South Africa. To a large degree, we were basically reasonably fair. The elections seemed to go quite well. I know the IEC had lots of hassles and lots of problems that arose. Some parties are complaining about it. But at the end of the day, I think those elections will be recognized as free and fair. And now let's get on and let's get back to work. I know that as the Democratic Alliance, we have undertaken, all our city councillors have undertaken to ensure that job creation is at the forefront of their jobs. They must put it on the agenda in every single city council and every single municipality. And job creation is the cornerstone of everything that the Democratic Alliance is trying to do. We can't have those unemployment figures, and in particular amongst the youth. You would have seen that the youth figures now are about 65% unemployed. And the only way we're going to create jobs for the youth is through small business. And small business has to be given a chance to be deregulated, to make sure, like the City Council of Cape Town is doing, to make sure that the red tape has been pushed away and that people can go ahead and do whatever they necessarily have to do to create jobs. And we need to applaud the City of Cape Town for those efforts. I applaud our previous mayor. I applaud James Voss. Those people have gone out of their way to make sure that the City Council is trying to enhance the ability of small business to create those jobs and to support them. So there are all sorts of systems that are put in place. And if anyone's interested, we can give you the email address of the individuals who can help you follow some of those systems of the City of Cape Town. I know that the Western Province Provincial Government, through the Premier Alan Winde, has put out a hand of friendship to all the other provinces to show how we are creating jobs in the Western Province. So let's try and turn that around. It's no longer politics. This is survival. And I think all the politicians within the Democratic Alliance have been given that message, that this is not politics anymore. We're over with the politicking. We must now get to work. And the message that we get from our leader, John Steenhuisen, is that we need to get people back into work. And that's going to be the cornerstone of everything that the Democratic Alliance does over the next few years. So let's watch this space and let's make sure that we get small businesses to grow, survive and thrive. And let's move forward with the city councillors doing everything in the power of those city councils to ensure that small business is the engine room of job creation in South Africa. Now, on another topic altogether, and that topic we'll discuss just now, but it's the trade unions staying away, and they punished the ANC over these elections. Very interesting. There's also another topic called the despondency for the majority of the unemployed workforce. Discuss that. I want to discuss the 51% shareholding of security companies and the horror legislation government's trying to push through. And then I want to discuss the cornerstone of new Mayor of Cape Town, Jordan Hill-Lewis, and his job creation prospects and how the city's going to do it. So thank you for listening to me. It's Michael Bagram. I'm the Democratic Alliance Labour spokesperson, and this is Sunday the 7th of November 2021 from the Democratic Alliance. Now, why did the trade unions stay away? What is this all about? And you will recall, and we've spoken about this in the past, that there was a 3-year trade increase that was going to be paying increases to the workers in government. That was a 3-year signed agreement. The first year they paid the increase, the second year they paid the increase, the third year they went to court and argued that it wasn't valid and that it was signed off incorrectly, and therefore they don't need to pay the increase. We're waiting for the Constitutional Court to rule on that. But in the meantime, the trade unions are angry, and you know that they are in alliance, the COSATU is in alliance with the ANC, with the Communist Party. That alliance hopefully will see break down completely, but we've seen the proof of the pudding already, in that many of the members of the trade unions at this stage, although they're not coming out to vote for the smaller parties, or very few of them, but they are staying away. And so we're seeing a break now in that alliance between the trade unions and the ANC, and it's a jolly good thing that this is happening. It shouldn't be. There shouldn't be an alliance between trade unions and political parties, because the political parties in fact do control some of the biggest job creators and job providers, such as the government and the cities and the metropoles. And to go into an alliance with a trade union is just bad for business altogether. And so we are very excited that this alliance is breaking up, and we're going to see more of that. Now, just to go on to that topic about the despondency of the unemployed workforce, this is a real problem, and we saw the proof of that pudding in KwaZulu-Natal and in parts of Gauteng a few months back when the riots happened. Well, unemployment has got worse since then. And of course, government is making it worse all the time with this continued lockdown, which is now actually pretty ridiculous. Under level 1, they've still got certain types of lockdown. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. It's destroying the economy. With a destroyed economy, people can't afford their medication, they can't afford transport. It's just going to be, it's like a cancer from within, and our government doesn't seem to understand that they're making a complete hash of the whole thing. The hash is going to continue until we eventually get rid of an ANC government, and we are starting to see the ANC government already falling apart. As you know from these local government elections, they've dropped below 50%. This is now at least what the DA has been saying all along, that we need to bring ANC below 50%. Well, this has happened, and thankfully so. To move on to another topic, the electricity is still a problem. Eskom is still a complete mess. This has cost, we think, almost 1 million jobs, these various blackouts that we're seeing across the country. It's costing millions and millions of rands. The production comes to a standstill and electricity's off. Eskom can't give us any guarantees at all, despite we heard Cyril Ramaphosa about 3 years ago saying there will be no more stoppages. Well, of course, as soon as he said it, the electricity went off, and it will keep going off. We're having the same solution with the same people at Eskom, which doesn't work. And we know now that everyone at Eskom is despondent as well. We also know that they're appointing people because they're comrades, not because they can do the job. No one's fit for purpose in their jobs in the hierarchy of Eskom. And it must be frustrating for the people who are trying to do their job that their leadership is appointed as comrades. It's a real problem that we're experiencing. So as Eskom starts causing problems, we see also the fuel has gone up. It's going to go up again. So we've got to have problems with transport and staff being transported to work. But then add to that, the railways have completely collapsed. Well, the interesting thing, of course, is that the Cape Town City Council has been pushing, and they're going to push more now under the new mayor, to try and take over the railway system here in the Cape. And I think they would run a much, much better show. To move on to the security companies, now there's a pernicious piece of legislation about to get introduced where every security company has to have a 51% South African holding. Now, what's happening, of course, because it's a growing industry and because the police are incompetent, security companies are growing, but foreign companies are saying, well, if we can't invest more money into it if we're going to have to hand over 51%. So they've stopped investing, which means that even security companies will start retrenching. So the message out there to the minister, and especially the Minister of Police, is this is ridiculous. It's a ridiculous piece of legislation to force an industry to have 51% South African shareholding, because of the value then falls apart. No one wants to invest, and then we've got a problem even in the security industry. Now, to go finally on to the new Mayor of Cape Town, Jordan Hill-Lewis, we all wish him well. We wish him good luck for his term of office. It's 5 years. He's young, he's capable, energetic, and very keen. And he's made it the cornerstone of his term of office to make sure that Cape Town City and surrounds will try and create the environment to have as many jobs created by small businesses and large during his tenancy in the City Council. So we do wish him luck. I know he's got some fantastic plans, and I'm looking forward to him being invested into the mayoral seat, and we're all looking forward to a new energy in a lot of these city councils around the country. Thank you for listening to me. It's Michael Bagram, the Democratic Alliance Labour spokesperson in Parliament. It's Sunday the 7th of November 2021. I appreciate it.